here we are. Phase 4. This is the big one. There's no turning back now. Feel like you're not ready for it? Feel free to stay on phase 3. Hit it another week or two. But if you do feel you're ready, it's about to get serious. So it's gonna be 3 weeks of this stuff. We're getting it started with the superset. It's gonna be the land of the supersets. It's gonna be straight arm pull down, supersetted with pull-ups. And if you'll notice, after the 12th rep on pull-ups, we're gonna go negatives only. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna focus on the downward position and do that until failure. Whew, wish us luck. And we wish you luck too, because this shit's gonna be hard. We're pairing in isolation, pre-exhaust of the lats, right into pull-ups, which is a big compound movement. And you can do 12, 12, then immediately after the 12 reps on the pull-ups, you're gonna switch over into the eccentric contraction, the negatives. So what you're doing is jumping up into place and then slowly letting yourself down to the bottom position. It's another technique in not only building strength, but also kind of tearing the muscles a bit more to help promote a little bit more, not only strength, but size as well. And pretty much just do it until exhaustion at that point. Just kind of doing it till failure. A lot of times, if you're having a problem doing pull-ups, these can be a great tool to help build that strength, where you jump into place and then you try to hold that position, slowly let yourself down to the bottom position in the eccentric contraction. So you don't necessarily need to concentrate on the pull-up portion. You're just really building the strength on how to hold that position, building up the strength in the scapula, rotator cuff, lats, arms. But of course, we're using it just to really exhaust those lats. Last little bit. This tank top's gonna be busted out early today. Because it's hot out. And I don't have a concealed weapons permit, so gotta have them, you know, right to bear arms and all that good stuff. Did you survive the first superset? Barely? Yeah, that sounds just like about us as well. But we did survive. That's the key part. That's the good part. And now we're moving on to a superset with chest. Like with the back, we started with an isolation, then we moved on to a compound. It's exactly what we're doing with the chest, with incline dumbbell flies, supersetted with incline barbell press. Oh yeah. Hey, that chest couldn't miss out on all that fun, exciting action. Now we're giving it a shot. All right, so you're looking at this workout and you're going, I can't do this shit. This is superset, superset, superset. This is way too intense. Hey, that's why we built each phase. We want you to do it 3 weeks, but that is by no means set in stone. So if you're having a little bit of problems, or if you just want to stay on a phase for a little bit longer, feel free. Stay on it for 4 weeks, stay on it for 5 weeks. You want to be comfortable when moving into the next phase. So even though every phase is 3 weeks long, it is by no means set in stone. You want to go at your own pace and what feels right for you, and so you're staying safe and buff at all times. We're getting flies started here, the isolation, much like we did with the straight arm pull down. We're isolating the chest, specifically more the upper chest, the clavicular portion, and then we're moving on right into the barbell, which is a compound. So yeah, pre-exhaust, not only supersets, it's also pre-exhaust supersets, which can be very intense. And that's why Hudson says kind of go at your own pace if this feels like it too big of a jump for you, a little bit too advanced and you're not quite ready. So just feel free to do phase 3 again, or even bump it back down to phase 2, depending on how you're really feeling and how you want to continue the program. So it's a great thing. It's all customizable. Even certain exercises, if you don't feel like you can do them, you can always switch them up. And that's what's good about programming. It's never set in stone. Just feel like, you know, Anything, either it be goal specific, if any strength issue, size issues holding you back on certain stuff, just switch it up. A little bit of music trivia. Did you know James Hetfield wrote Fade to Black after having his musical equipment stolen out of a U-Haul while on the road, including his famed white flying V? Out of tragedy came triumph, and out of these badass supersets comes buff dudes. Little macho mysticism philosophy for all of you out there. Most excellent. On to our next superset. Are you as excited as we are? They're excited. We like that enthusiasm. Oh yeah. So, this time we're switching up. It's going to be a back and chest supersetted together with the bent over bilateral rows. Bilateral, meaning both at the same time as opposed to unilateral, which is one side and then the next. And then after that, we'll immediately follow it with flat bench dumbbell press. It's gonna be 4 sets, 10 reps on both of these exercises. Strap yourselves in, here we go. Yeah. We got a push and a pull combined, or I should say a pull and a push. Starting off with a pull, hitting the back, the biceps, rear delts. Big compound movement here. With the dumbbells, it's gonna differ from the barbell. Just due to, of course, now the dumbbells are working independently from each other, the arms are working independently. So you gotta really concentrate on getting that nice even pull and really get the scapula back, really get a good squeeze at the top, really hit that mid-back thickness, the lats. Really getting a lot, you know, even the core work a lot. So you have to stabilize that position, the bent over position. And immediately going on to a push, hitting the pectoralis major, the major portion of the chest. And with the dumbbells, you get a little farther range of motion, kind of slightly inward, a little bit more of a squeeze and a contraction to the top. Yeah, so hitting 4 sets, 10 reps on each. And again, like we've talked about in the past, just really hitting that flushing method, really getting a lot of blood pulled into the same kind of general area. And get a huge pump off of it, as you can see, but also brings in a lot of nutrients and oxygen in there. It really kind of promotes a lot of that growth. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Is this one of the exceptionally exhausting ones?
Oh yeah, especially seeing this is our 5th and 6th exercises. It's our 3rd superset. You know, this will make babies out of anyone. In fact, you can hear some people are sounding like babies, but there is an actual baby in here, so that's where those baby noises are coming from. I swear it's not me, okay? You know, you really want to slam those weights down on that last rep. It's kind of a feeling of completion, you know, like, get the fuck out of my face when you're done with those bad boys. But we got in trouble for slamming weights. Bad buff dudes. Bad dudes, yeah. We're doing it. We're doing it. And you are too. Good job. Good luck. You got this. Easier than you know before it. You're gonna be done with this 12 weeks. You're gonna be buff. Hell yeah. So the last exercise is here. We're gonna be doing the dumbbell cross bench pullover. It's a very similar exercise than the straight arm pull downs like we were just doing in the beginning there. But rather than really focusing on the bottom half of the motion, coming from more of a parallel to now the more of a full extension in the shoulder, you're working overhead, really getting that full stretch, and not only the lats, stratus anterior, a little bit in the chest, the rib cage, and a little bit of the diaphragm work too, because you got to control your breathing throughout the motion. Really keep your hips low on this one. So you want a full stretch as you bring that dumbbell back. Have a slight bend in the elbow. You don't want a straight arm. We're not doing straight arms. Slight bend, but keep that position. Try not to extend the elbow as you bring it to the top position there, because you really want to keep the stress in that shoulder joint through the lat, a little bit in the chest, stratus anterior, like I said. And then we're moving right on to weighted dips, which of course, this is gonna be the chest version of dips. So you're gonna be leaning forward, we're gonna get some chains wrapped around the neck. That's really gonna pull you forward there. So you're more in a bent over position. You can push with that chest. Elbows are gonna be slightly flaring out to the side here. So that way it's gonna put a little bit more pressure on the chest, a little less on the triceps. And don't lock out of the top position there. Really focus on that stretched position. Bring yourself about 3/4 of the way up to keep the tension on the chest, and then lower yourself right back down. So really working on time under tension really on both of these. So it's gonna be pretty intense. It's gonna be 4 sets of 10 reps, I believe, right?
Yep, 10 reps. Yeah. Everybody's crazy about a sharp dressed buff dude, right? This is our equivalent of dressing up anyways. Keeping it classy.
This is a tough one. Remember, just fair warning, feel free to stay on that phase 3 because this is the bitch. This is the hard one. You gotta remember too, when you're hitting that failure point, let's say you're getting that 8th rep and you're not even sure if you can get the 9th or the 10th rep, hit some pause, rest method, breathe, get a little energy back, and then bust out those two extra reps there. Because that's really what's gonna push you to the limit and push you past what you're usually used to, is getting that 9th, 10th rep that you didn't originally think you could. It's really pushing through your limits that's gonna take you, past what you've ever thought you could achieve before. So if you feel burnt out, if you wanna give up, don't do it. You dropped a weight. Oh God. At this point, come at me, motherfucker. Yeah. Actually, don't. I'm really tired right now. Only got maybe 10, 20 seconds left in me, all right? I'm not gonna lie. This workout was fucking hard. Straight up. It was brutal. It was intense. I'm shot. Words of encouragement. Hope this is motivating. Us being right along there with you. Hope you're beginning to really see that progress right now in yourself, both mentally and physically. You're starting to feel better about yourself. Oh yeah. These chains ain't done yet. Something motivation. Yeah. About to go run out in the rain, cool off. It's gonna feel good. But that wraps up this workout. Epic back and chest day in the books. You just gotta work out like this every once in a while to makes you feel good, makes you feel accomplish something. Because it's not just a simple workout where you're hitting an exercise, resting for 5 minutes in between sets, and then hitting another exercise or another set, one after the other, really testing the limits, pushing you to your limit, pushing the max. So once we're all done, you just feel really good, like you accomplished something. And in a relatively short amount of time too. It took us under an hour to bust through this. Because really we only took enough rest time for the other one to complete a set. Hudson completed his set, I jumped right in, I complete mine, he jumps right in. So really short rest times. But this is what the program's all about, is really progressing like that, so you're able to handle not only the volume, the stress, and pretty much just everything in between too. So,
And now, it's time for some buff dudes redemption.
yeah. Z-Want Neo, here I come. I'm coming for you, Red. We're gonna retire together. Yeah, build a life. Build a buff dude life. All right, got a little bit of that post-workout rain. Pretty rare here down in Southern California, so had to make the most of it. And we're about ready to wrap up. Brandon's putting the chains up over there. He's on his way, because we can't end this sucker without signing off all official-like and welcome you to the last 5 episodes, which are coming up next, and they have 4 guest appearances. We're very excited. And until next time, stay buff. Yeah.